Welcome to the Klingspor's Woodworking Shop Woodworking Extravaganza, October 20th and 21st this year at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Oh, hey, got that one out right.
That's right, Mike. And man, what a fun time it's been.
Absolutely. So I'm Mike in the control room, and Chris is out there on the ground in the field making it happen.
As the professionals say, I'm live on location.
That's correct. So Klingspor's Woodworking Shop Woodworking Extravaganza is presented by Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. Over 15,000 quality tools and supplies for the woodworker at woodworkingshop.com. Also, Klingspor abrasives, quality that you cannot surpass anywhere else with the most sanding power for your money.
That's right. And we have got a packed show this morning. A little drizzly outside here in the Hickory, North Carolina area, but it is flooded in here, that's for sure, with people. Oh man, we've got some really cool vendors in, some brand new vendors for sure. Hillview Metals, one of the newer vendors. We've also got the Maker Collab U is here. We've got a couple of local community colleges here. Demonstrations, turning, carving. I mean, the list goes on. If it's a vendor we carry, they're likely represented here about something.
That is very true. And if you're looking forward to what the demonstration schedule is, you can find that at woodworkingextravaganza.com. There you'll find all the specials on sale at the show, as well as the demonstration schedule and the floor plan layout. So as you can see, there's so much going on, we can barely fit it on the screen. And also the floor plan has free apples. So the admission is free, the parking is free, the demonstrations and classes are free, as well as apples. Just don't bring a bag and take them all.
You know, Mike, I think we started this. I think we should just go literally from the booth and, yeah, let's just go check it out and see. Let's go see the show. You want to see the show? I mean, do you think the people want to see the show? See right there, you got Jerry Meesemer's going to have a couple classes. We will get him in tomorrow. Scan around here real quick. You can see there is a lot going on. So Arbor Tech, we'll see what's happening here.
No filming. I don't like being on camera.
I'm sure. Okay. So if you're interested in power carving, this Arbor Tech booth's got a lot of live stuff going on all day. And Mr. Jackman will be there. And we'll try to swing back by and check on him later. So turning left out of our booth, we've got a lot of cool things going on. Right here we've got the King Arthur folks.
Starbucks.
We've got the King Arthur folks. They're also doing some live carving demonstrations today. And they'll have their stuff on display as well. So if you like power carving, it's a good section to come to. Then over here, this is the North Carolina Wood Turning Club. And they're going to be doing different demonstrations, learn to turn. So if you're interested in wood turning, it's a good place to swing by there. Get your hands on the lathe. Check out the club information. And this is Charlie Brown. He made that saw, and he teaches locally to some of our folks. So if you're in the marquetry, he does an exceptional job on his little hand saw there. Checking out club information. Now this will be full of carving stuff tomorrow. Today they're just starting to pepper in, and so there'll be a lot of stuff here tomorrow, which we will be sure and check that out first thing in the morning, because there is a live carving competition where they're going to be judging all the entries. There'll be several. The club has done this every single year. So not only do we have this, but if you recall, we just had a Carve It Up sweepstakes where we're going to give away a lot of prize stuff, and that will be coming soon. And we're doing that, I think, tomorrow as well. The winner, announcing the winner. So we like to support our local clubs here, and so we've got a few of them that come and they set up their booths and they talk about their club, what they do, things they like. and show off their talents. And so got some folks here doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And again, this is a local club to the Hickory area, the Western Piedmont Woodcrafters. And they've got this whole corner taken up. So if you're walking in the front, this is what it would look like. So walking in here, you walk in and there are just a plethora of options to see. And maybe I'll back that to zoom out just a little bit more. People take it in. So we're going to walk in. First thing you see here is Grex and the Rycon. Rycon is right up front, and you can see there's a lot of machinery. And of course, if you're familiar with Rycon, they've got anything woodworking related, they've got it. And today they've got George up here doing some demonstrating and turning on the Rycon lathe. And if you're not familiar with George, very, very interesting background and pretty famous for a lot of things, but you might recognize him from a Subaru commercial or plenty of his actual work. So let's go down this aisle here. It's going to be a little tricky, meandering with all the traffic, but we'll get there. So we can see we've got more Rycon. There's a lot of turning here. It's a pretty big platter. Yeah, that's the 70-3040. So that's a pretty big lathe, and that's a pretty nice sized platter he's got going on there. Yeah. And so anything and everything Rycon will be here. I'm going to pan to the left real quick. If you're familiar with Shaper Origin is in the house. And so they'll be doing some hands-on demonstrating with that. So if you're interested in the Shaper, now's the time. That new Shaper Trace is out and is available. Definitely going to look at that myself. Milescraft is here. And so they'll have a lot of their stuff on display and talking about it. And then we've got Grex over here. We've got a great line of nailers, airbrush systems. We've been carrying them for a while now. Very pleased with that product line. So there's the Grex. Fine is here. Of course, Craig. What show would be complete without Craig? And so you can see they've got a lot of their stuff on display here to answer questions. If you wanted to try your hand at pocket hole joinery, you can come here and check out the K5, K7. They've got them all out here ready to be shown. Different clamps, router tables. Universal work table with their track saw system. Bessie Tools is here. So if you're looking for kind of clamps, this is definitely the time to come take advantage of them. There's some really good pricing on clamps at this show. And everybody should be familiar with Bessie because their clamps are some of the best in the industry. We're going to come right up in here and we're going to catch some of Jerry making shavings. It's always nice to see when you can clear the curtain, right?
So a little bit about Jerry Miesemer. He is from Richfield, North Carolina. Is a man of many hats, literally. A man is a master woodworker. He turns massive blocks of wood into exquisite urns and bowls, pens, guitars, toys, and most notably his signature custom fitting hat.
So if you come on down to the show, as you can see, it's a good place to sit. You can watch a turning demonstration. He'll be describing a little bit about what he's doing. And you can learn to turn a hat. And of course, we've got Mr. Bagnell from Micro Jig is here. Go. If you've never experienced Micro Jig, you're missing out. Very good quality product. On my personal side, I use their match fit clamp system almost 100% for all jigs and fixtures and things that I make. And it's transformed my shop for sure. So he'll be down here demonstrating the gripper, blade clean system, and of course showcasing the match fit. So if you've got questions, Erlex is here. They're also part of the Wagner. There's a few cool things here that I'm interested in. We are now going to be able to carry the Wagner spray tents. I personally am going to get a small one and a large one later. So that's for sure. I've been waiting on that for a while. So, but also while you're here, if you're interested in spraying at all, the Wagner and the Erlex systems are available, and you can learn to spray for a very economic price. You can get into spraying and you can tint it up so you can protect everything around you while you're spraying. So come down and check out the Erlex Wagner booth. And there's a new vendor here this year, Maxiwa. If you've never heard of them, they've been around a while. They've got a few cool products. And so, yeah, if you're interested in edge banding, I think they've got a couple of pocket machines over here. You know what? Hang on. Hold on. Tell us who you are, what you got. Let's talk right on into it.
Yes, so Maxiwa's 40-year anniversary. We're based out of South Florida. We ship all of our product from Boca Raton there. But yeah, we have a edge bander I'd like to show you, and also a trimmer.
Okay. So he's going to edge bend it, take it right over here.
This will trim it and scrape it all in one pass, the front and the top. And then I'll flip it over, do it again, it'll be completely done.
Okay, so if you're doing a lot of plywood or sheet good material, they've got that edge bender. Now let me zoom in on that because I want you to see that. Hold on. There's a little router bit, so to speak, with a little ball bearing on it. It rides up and follows that panel. That's very ingenious. And that leaves your part extremely flush.
Very quick.
Very cool. Look at that. That is perfectly smooth. And so all in one pass. So you've got your edge bender. You bring it over here to your trimmer, cleans it up. So if you're trying to start a little small shop, and if you notice, this is on wheels. So if you're in a small shop, but you're doing semi-production stuff, this can fold up and hook out of the way for you. So sheet good material, building cabinetry, in a small shop or even a big shop, this is a good option for you. So come by the booth, check out Maxiwa, and he'll be glad to answer questions. Now, this is something else that you probably see here. This is a horizontal boring machine. So if you're making a lot of shelf-in holes, this will do them all at one time. If you're interested in pocket holes, well, guess what? They have a pocket boring machine. This is very similar to like what you see with like a Castle. So very nice machine, very heavy duty. So certainly come by the Maxiwa booth, check it out, and I'm sure he'll answer any questions you might have. And what show wouldn't be complete without our boy there from Amana? Really nice guy, Mr. Miller. And we've got a lot of Amana products on display today. He's here to answer any questions you might have about bits or blades, anything like that. So come on down and ask him. If he's a CNC specialist too, so he can get you hooked up with the right bits if you got questions on those. And then, of course, the saw stop. We'll be trying to get in a demonstration later and catch a live show later on. But if you've been in the market for saw stop, I know I just purchased mine last year and absolutely love it. So come by and check it out. And up here, we've got the Festool booth. So if you've got questions about Festool or you've been interested in thinking about it for a while, trying to make that decision on, do I want a domino or don't I want a domino? Well, the answer is you do want a domino, and you want to come to the Klingspor Woodworking Shop, Woodworking Extravaganza, and pick it up live from Festool booth. So come on down and check that out. Some different tools. And you can see with the Robert Sorby line, there's not a lack of options, whether you're looking for a set or whether you're looking for an individual cutter, individual tool, both traditional and replaceable cutter style. Sorby has got it all. So come on down, check that out if you're interested in turning tools. We got you covered. Like I said, this show has everything. Easy Wood is here. They're both demonstrating and talking about their tools. And they've got them all on display so they can answer any questions. This seems to be like the turning corner. And migrate on around. Then we've got Nova spanning this booth out here a little bit. You can see there's demonstrations in almost every booth. So there are vendors here actively talking, selling, answering questions. Make them tell you what makes yours better than the other guy. Moving on around, we've got the Nova over here with their turning products, all their chucks.
You take a chunk of wood like this, get it down. You guys can pick that.
Nova is well known for their chucks and chuck
Be
accessories.
careful. Okay.
Not just their machinery and their tools, but they've got a fantastic lineup of chucks and accessories. If you don't believe me, well, there you go. Check out that display board. That's the problem with running live, folks. Sometimes you never know what you're going to run into. So, keeping on with the turning theme, we've got the Crown tools. So, they're also from England, like Sorby. They've got a lot of interesting tool steel and metallurgy, that very sharp, durable tooling. So, if you're looking at turning tools, like I said, we've got you covered at this show without a doubt. Whether you want to learn to turn or you already know and you want to buy some tools. Sowers Veneers, they're here. They will cover all of your wood needs. And I'll tell you, we carry a lot of their veneers. We don't represent it fully here, but we certainly have it both on our website and in our store level. We've got full line of their veneer products. I want to show you, they've started coming out with a few little cool pieces already pre-made up where all you have to do is glue it. So this would be your backgammon. And then they also have one that's chess and checker. So if you're interested in making your own game board, they've eliminated all the problems in the layout by making the board already for you, just veneer it down. So you could put that on any substrate, MDF or some other kind of material, and make your own game board. Pretty cool little setup, as well as their pre-matched veneers, PSA backed, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in wooden veneers, we've got you covered. Back here again with the Sorby booth. And over here is the other side of the Jet booth. So as you can see, they've got different lathes, joiners, dust collectors, band saws, all the Jet equipment, the Powermatic equipment will be on display here. And even if it's not here, they'll custom order it and they can ship it to you right where you are. So come on down and check out the show over here. We've got more stuff. They've got some different products on display, both with ncwoodworker.net. They've got the Learn to Turn. And then there's Western Piedmont Community College is here again, and they're showing their furniture department. So very cool system. Come on in. If you're interested in learning the woodworking, they're a good place to go if you're local to the Hickory area, Lenore, Western Piedmont Community College. And you can see they've got everything from the finished product to the starting and everything in between to kind of show you the different phases of the furniture. And they offer that as a course through their community college. So Western Piedmont Community College. So there's one section we didn't really talk about, and we're going to make our way over there because I'm hoping I can interview one of them, or two of them, three of them. Jerry's class is very busy. And we've actually got a few schools. North Carolina has a great CTE educational program. And so we've actually got a handful, I think 3 or 4 high schools that are here, some from close out on the coast of North Carolina. So this is a great field trip. If you're interested, keep that in mind next year. You might want to bring the school, your class down. Maker Collab University. We're going to sit down, we're going to chat with these folks, because if you're into woodworking and you want to kind of join a community of other makers, other creators, people maybe interested in the social media side of that, it's a great place to just join. Maker Collab University, you can learn, you can be part of a community of other woodworkers, and they'll have stuff online, and we'll talk a little more about them later, because we do want to interview them and find out a little bit more about Maker Collab University. And so they're instrumental, and they're new here. You might recognize that guy. Last year he was with another vendor. He's still helping them out, but now he's here showcasing the Maker Collab. So we'll come back and check on them later. And so this is the Tony Rulo Hillview Wooden Metal. He is here showcasing this one-of-a-kind square that nobody else has, but Klingspor's Woodworking. If I can zoom in on that a little bit. So if you want a custom one-of-a-kind square, it's got a unique logo on it. Let's see if it'll focus. This is very high quality. This is not your cheap China steel. This is heavy duty with an Amboina burl inlay. But Tony's a little busy at the moment. We'll come back and check on him later. We might be able to get him in for an interview. Well, definitely the Jerry Meismer classes are going to be packed. So if you're interested in the Turn in the Hat this afternoon, he's going to be doing coloring a bird box. His classes will fill up quick. So if you're interested, he will be doing the Turn the Hat class again tomorrow at 10 a.m. So check the class schedule. It'll be on the Woodworking Extravaganza website. So check that out, and you can see what all the different classes and demonstrations that are going on. The Carolina Strollers have different things going on. The North Carolina Woodturners behind us. There's a full map layout, so you can see who all is here and where you can go find them. And look for the little apples, because everywhere that you see the little apple on the map, there's a box of apples. You can get you a couple apples to snack on while you're walking around. Let's see, what else? There's so much going on. It's hard enough to see it when you're trying to do it with a camera, let alone just trying to walk it slow and take it all in. But we're here today and tomorrow, and so come on down, check it out.
Glad to.
So this is our general manager, Coleman Porcher. It was his vision and forethought 23 years ago to start this little shindig of a show, and now it's blowing up all of Western North Carolina and the surrounding states. So tell us more.
So, I guess you talked about 23 years, so we're excited that it's lasted that long. We started out, we wanted it to be free, and that's it's continued to do so. And if you look around here, all the chairs are full. Parking is it's getting full, and we're having a great time.
That's right. So, Coleman, he's got a lot going on. So when I saw him walk by, I said, I'm going to snag him just to get him to say a few words, because I know he's a busy man. But, if you come by, just give him a pat on the back or a smack on the back of the head. Well, no, don't do the smack on the back of the head. Just give him a pat on the back and tell him good job.
Shake my hand. It'll be okay.
All right. So that is General Manager Coleman. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, guys.
So we bring so we're just gonna get rid of all the right here. Anybody hit Chris?
How's that for behind the scenes? I'm getting hit with shrapnel here.
But really, you can determine what kind of action. One at the top. One hat will take about 55 gallons of tank. So the typical hat handed is fat. Thought myself to it.
I can see from the red on his thumb, he has already injured himself.
Likely to stay to go away from me.
And he is really hogging the material away.
I like to step it down, but that way you don't get the text.
That's right. Yeah, thank you. How you doing? What is too funny? You ever seen I'll have to show it to you.
Sounds good.
Look for an email. You may want to.
And see, well, this is how you do it. So tell us about Maker Collab University.
Should I hold it?
Yeah.
What should we say? Is this live right
It
now?
is live.
It is live. All right. Hey, everyone.
Mike, he's on the other side.
What's up, Mike? It's Christy with the Maker Collab University, and
I'm Nick from the Maker Club.
we are here at day one of the Woodworking Extravaganza, and we are here to talk about our online educational platform. And we just happen to be giving away some of these cute little Apple engraved items we're personalizing with the laser on the spot for people who sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah.
What else you got? What else are we doing?
Oh, we're having fun. Where's my ball? I was playing with the ball earlier.
Tell
He
us
was,
about the
he was having a ball.
So we are doing a couple benefits for Klingspor's Extravaganza right now. So if you come by, if you sign up for the newsletter, you get the little Christmas ornament. We're doing 50% off for the first 3 months of our subscription plan. It's $15 a month usually. So first 3 months could be $7.50. Or if you sign up for the newsletter, you get into a drawing Friday and Saturday. We're going to give away 1 year subscription for free, which is really, really good.
Yeah, stop by and see us.
Well, that's cool. Well, what can they expect if they were to join Maker Collab? What kind of stuff is online?
So when you join the Maker Collab University, you're getting together with a community of like-minded individuals every single week. And that happens on Zoom, which most people can handle, clicking a link and getting on Zoom. Beyond that, we're hopping in a forum where we're discussing certain topics like woodworking, like CNC, like laser or metalwork, and basically just helping each other. We're talking about issues that we're having, doing our own work with making, and helping others when they're wanting to answer some questions as well. So, yeah, if you join the Maker Collab University, you join a great community that is going to have your back and help you out.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Get the apples. They're great.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So there you go. Maker Collab University. Eventually, I'd like to get over there and catch Michelle. She is always busy with her pyrography. Wood burning is a very hot topic, literally. Yeah, expect the dad jokes in abundance today. They are free of charge. Oh, I was hoping one of the Drex guys might be free. You know what? Let's go find some local clubs. Let's hear about some. Here's going to teach someone how to do some scroll work. All the club guys seem to be busy. I don't want to bother them, but we can certainly go over here and see George. Well, once he's not slammed full. You know what we could do? Got some new stuff here from Fine. A lot of new cordless tools. If you've not seen the new cordless tool from Fine Multimaster has been around quite some time, and they are well known in the professional industry. But you might also know them from their infomercials. But they offer a whole line of industrial tools.
Start with Bosch AmpShare platform batteries, which are 60 million all over the country. And we've gone ahead and not only combined with Bosch batteries, but with our excellent Multimaster 500. And this particular one here, the actual battery and the tool itself is I apologize, is variable speed. And with the variable speed, you can actually have it wide open, or you could slow it down for wood cutting. And there you go. That's our new 500 and 700 Multimaster with the Bosch battery platform.
Very good. Well, have a great show.
Yes, sir.
We're going to take a look at this. I'd like to maybe see if he can give us a little info on that paper trace. And Chris may just snag his up while he's here. If not, if we can get an idea. We're not going to be able to get you a view. So the way the shaper works is it uses that sort of tape to create sort of a grid, if you will, and a map so you can tell where it's going. So once you've got your design set up, it will keep that bit perfectly inside the cut. And if you go outside of the cut, it will oscillate slightly side to side to make up for your error. But what it will also do is if you get way outside of that, it will automatically stop the bit and retract it above the workpiece. I will tell you, that is one of the best surfacing bits on the market, hands down. And there are also the 3 custom sets that we've created. They're here as well. If you're getting into CNC, you definitely want to check those out because that has got everything you need if you're just getting started. Mr. Chris Miller from Amana, long-time friend, long-time vendor. Great guy.
don't have one of these wheels.
Nova booth is active. They're here answering questions for you. If you got questions on any of the chucks, tools, machinery, Nova experts are on hand to help.
Is that your toy or is that the company? Huh?
Company, we're live. Yeah, so they've got the DVR drill presses on display,
Wow.
lathe on display.
That is professional. All right.
Come on down and check them out.
That's what I do with myself.
We're live.
Okay, now we're gonna work on the trim.
If I can't make my way through here.
We wanted to fix the thing. Yeah.
We'll come back and catch one of those live. Hard to do back here because you couldn't hear even if you wanted. Now, just to get an idea of what kind of mess.
And you want to be able to move it. You don't want it to get stuck. So we're going to do that thing. So once we get rolling, I'm going to start with another fresh tool.
Looks like he's using the long Nampa build on, if I had to guess. Let's go back here and get a check on Jerry and see where he stands with his
At
hat.
this point, you could make another cut in right here, and you could core that out and make a ball or a little mini hat. But I don't do that either. I don't pick up that tool anymore. It just hurt me too bad. Come out here and everything. Hear it, you see it,
A little harder to see back there.
It's still not HMD. I'm gonna put the calipers right here while it's running. You'll break a half. You'll break the brim. I've done it every which way.
Literally
Right
peeking
there.
out from behind the curtain.
I got that set one time. I was working in the shop.
You can see from the light shining through the brim of that hat just how
right
thin
at the
he's
end
getting.
of it. And I stay at my shop 80 foot long. 80 feet. Then I had a talk with myself. I went in the house and I had a talk with myself. And I said, you know what? It's cool. And I learned something. I learned not to get upset. And there's always more wood. If you don't make a mistake, you're not learning anything. But it's really better to learn off someone else's mistake. Okay, see how that in? That's what you want. So we just go in a little bit farther. Yeah, I told you it gets boring. You just watch the wood.
One day I'd love to get one of his hats.
I was telling you earlier, I've had a lot of accidents. Either one.
So, we know you're from Arbortech. Tell us who you are, what you do over there, and maybe some cool things going on with Arbortech right now.
On. I'm Troy, and I've been with Arbortech for a few years now, about 8. I manage our creators and our shows, and do a lot of relationship managing. And we got a cool event going on here. The Klingspor Extravaganza is always fun. The Carve It Up competition has technically wrapped up,
Yep.
but still a lot of buzz around it. I think we'll have fun announcing the winner tomorrow.
I feel confident.
Yeah, plenty of entries. Always could have used more, but I think we had a good response for the first go around with it.
Yep. Hey, and even if there's only 3, that's guaranteed somebody's going to win something.
Absolutely. And we got Paul Jackman here, so I mean, it doesn't really get much cooler than that guy.
That's for sure.
Without a doubt.
Well, that's cool. So if you're in the area, or even if you're not, come on down. The Arbortech booth, we've been by there a couple times. As you can see, they have got a lot of stuff going on. They're demoing all their tools. If there's something you've been curious about, but you weren't sure, maybe just because the video didn't portray it the way you think, come down, talk to Troy, Paul. They'll tell you all about it. They'll put the tool in your hands, maybe.
If we trust you.
There's a trust factor, but come on down. You might learn how to use the tool and walk away with the tool of your dreams.
Absolutely.
So,
and I will say, if I can run these tools, I think anybody can. So I think he'll be all right.
if they trust Paul, everybody else is good to go. Right. Well, Troy, man, I appreciate it. We look forward to, just hope you have a successful show.
Absolutely.
Glad you stopped by the booth.
Happy
and
to be here.
That'll teach you to swing by the booth, not knowing where the things are. I'll snag you in and make you go live. Because that's how we roll at Klingspor's Woodworking.
Love that. That's
No
why I like you
agenda,
guys.
just go with the flow.
Wing it, baby. Let's go.
Awesome. Well, Troy, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice seeing you, sir.
Right on.
I'll take that back.
Right on.
Well, so lots of fun. Come down to the show, very laid back, very easy going. There's not a lack of things to do here, not a lack of things to see, not a lack of smell the sawdust in the air. Lots of stuff going on. So at the Hickory Metro Convention Center, this is the 23rd annual Klingspor's Woodworking Shop Woodworking Extravaganza. All right, so we have been able to wrangle Mr. Ralph Bagnell and he's going to show us in detail the differences between the gripper and the gripper to go. And there are differences, and there are reasons why you'd want both. So go ahead, Ralph. Show us what you got there.
All right. Well, the Gripper to Go is a brand new product that we just brought out this year. And the concept is for somebody who's bought their first gripper or for somebody who's bought their first table saw, they want to protect their hands. They want to stay away from that blade. But realistically speaking, the gripper itself is a completely different level of another learning curve you got to do and everything else. And this will do 90% of the gripping you want to do and 90% of the cutting you need to do on your saw. So it's very simple. It comes fully assembled. There's no moving parts. You're either going to cut this way against the fence or you're going to cut that way against the fence. And in order to make sure that you don't cut into your own blade or your own legs with your blade, we give you a transparent sticker. It goes on your rip fence scale, and whatever color is on your scale when you set up your cut. So for a 1/2 inch cut, the green here is underneath my cursor, so I know that I don't want the green here facing me, and I won't cut my leg. If I go for a 1 inch cut, I can't make it like that because that's orange, and orange is here. I need it facing me. So it makes it very simple and very easy to keep track and not cut into your legs. Any kind of a cut that I need to make, I can do it with the gripper to go. It's the same green grip material as on our gripper. It's just a bit simpler and easier to use. It does have some limitations. So with the gripper, if I need to cut a narrow part, I can make it stable with the balance support. We don't have that option with the gripper to go. So realistically speaking, this is limited to ripping stock that's at least all 3 legs need to be on the stock when you make your rip cut. That's the rule. But other than that, this is an easy to go starting unit. Get used to using it, get used to your saw, get into your craft, and when you're ready, you can graduate up to the gripper. I will also tell you that about half of these that we sell currently are sold to people who own the gripper, like myself, because I might have the 1/8 inch leg on here, or I'll have this set up for a specific cut, and I need to make a quick cut. This is always ready to go. And so it's just as popular with our gripper owners. But for the new saw owner or the contractor out on the job site, this is a terrific option because it's a little less expensive, it's easier to use, and there's virtually no learning curve. All right, so this is our blade clean system. Most of us will never actually dull a carbide blade working in our home shops, but they do get dirty. And unfortunately, when they get dirty, we think, oh, it's burning, it's not cutting well, it must need to be sharpened. The problem is it's often just dirty, and if you're sharpening a blade that doesn't need to be sharpened, not only are you paying for something you don't need to pay for, but you're killing the life of your blade. You only get about 4 to 6 sharpenings out of a good quality blade, and if you're sharpening when you don't need to be, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt the life of your blade. So we start by providing a magnetic handle for being able to manage and handle your blade. Okay? Inside the tub, we have a Scotch-Brite pad, and the base of this tub is sloped from the outside down toward the middle. So you put your cleaning fluid in here, whatever you like. I prefer Simple Green and water. And we're just going to drop the blade in, and we're going to turn it backwards 2 or 3 turns using the magnetic handle. Then we're going to pop that off, flip it around, and do another couple of turns the opposite direction, always backwards of the blade rotation. This is going to clean all the teeth at the same time. Now, if your blade is really grungy and hasn't been cleaned in a while, you may need to let it soak and scrub it a little bit the first time. But if you do it regularly, this is a 30-second process. It takes me about 3 minutes in my home shop to pull the blade out of the saw, get it clean, dry it off, back in my saw. So it's all about keeping the blades clean. There is a gasket underneath, so you don't have to take the solution out. We leave it in. Put this back here. Don't tip this on its side. It's not waterproof. But we also have a space in the top for cleaning router bits. Fill the well with the same solution. You can put 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch router bits in the neoprene and let them soak. Always remove your bearings first because cleaners will kill the bearings.
But then when you take them out, you can either clean those router bits with our wire brush, or we provide a mandrel and 6 cleaning discs, the same Scotch-Brite, that you can put in your moto tool to clean the bits while they're in the holder. So it's all about keeping your tools clean and sharp, which will give you the best results on your cutting, and you'll save money by not sharpening a bit that just needs to be cut. So the Blade Clean is a great system. It's been out for about a year, about 2 years now, and we sell a lot of them because people who know the value of the blades they bought know the value of taking care of them.
There you go. So we're here in the Jim booth, and you guys know we're a fan of the Jim sander. And so he's going to show us a little bit about the machine, some intricacies. We showed this last year, but if you didn't pay attention, you can catch it this year. So what makes the Jim stand out from all the other options, other than the fact it's a beast of an 11-inch?
It is a beast, but it's a very user-friendly beast. The main part that we feel is the advantage is the weight of the tool. When you turn on the gem sander, you're letting the tool do the work. You're guiding it onto the surface, and the weight of the tool will remain the same. And if it remains the same, your sanding will always be level. You'll never have those peaks and valleys because you're not putting any pressure on the tool. The other advantage is I'll turn it on and it makes no noise whatsoever. The noise you hear would be the sandpaper on the surface. But if I lift up, there's absolutely nothing. And we have a very special ball bearing capacitor motor that is in our tool. Very uncommon for hand tools in the industry. So the combination of everything I just mentioned will now save you up to 70% in labor time when you're doing it at top. And saving will pay for itself. Absolutely.
And we get a lot of people asking, because it's so heavy, they feel like they're going to be tired.
Right.
And that's not the case.
It's absolutely not the case. And I actually just reduced the weight by 3 pounds just 4 months ago. I redesigned the motor. We took some weight out. We did some other things to make it more. Normally, when you turn a gem on and turned it on, it would start off real fast. Now you are forced to lift up, then go on the surface. So there's absolutely no chance of having it buck on you and causing some scratches on your surface. And then you just simply lift up, and then you're all set.
Nice. Well, we've looked at that, and I know we've got on video where he shows how to remove the pad. Definitely go check that out. If you're interested in doing any kind of slabs, whether you're solid surface, wood, any kind of tops, the Jim is the way to go. And of course, we've got a full array of all of the Klingspor braces to go with it.
Absolutely.
As well as the bonnets and the microfiber pad to go along with that as well.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, we appreciate you taking your time. We got people backing up, trying to push me out here.
Selling a lot of tools today.
All right. So we've got Tom Monahan here, and there's a new product that they just came out with. So I think he's going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
How you doing, Chris? Well, today we're doing the hard wax oil. We introduced this earlier in the year. I sold out of what they brought me this morning. Apparently people are really interested in it. So I'll give you a quick demo here. Just some raw walnut. I make these boards for my daughter and her husband's cheese business. I'm just going to mix up a small amount. You use very little of it. A little pipette. Now I'm going to add the hardener, which just makes it cure faster. So a little bit of hardener. And just mix it up. And once the hardener is mixed with it, it's going to be good for about 6 hours or so. But you use so little, it goes a long ways. I'm just going to, you know where I can get some sandpaper?
I think we do.
I'm just going to spread a little bit of oil. A little goes a long way. and just work it into the wood. I'm just using a little Bondo scraper or epoxy scraper. If you're doing larger surfaces, you could put it on a random orbit sander with a white pad, white finishing pad. And let's just take a clean cloth and just wipe off all the excess. That's the most important part, is get the excess off. Otherwise, it'll remain sticky. And just rub it into the wood. Now we'll take a clean cloth. Just buff off the excess. I'd say the most commonly asked question is it food safe? Well, the reality of it is, once a product's cured and completely inert, it's safe for contact with food. That's why I'm using it on the cutting boards. But what it does, maybe you can see in these, how it brings out the color and the depth of the walnut. And what's nice about it is, as a maintenance product, you can come back at any point in time, buff it out, put on another coat, and rub it out, and you're good to go. I really like the simplicity of it, and I think that's why it's so popular.
And that's certainly one of the nice things about it is it doesn't have a chip layer like a urethane or a varnish.
Exactly. I mean, we make, armor seal and wood bowl finish and all those types of products. This product doesn't form a hard layer, but it kind of impregnates the wood and protects the wood below the surface. So it's got excellent water and chemical resistance. Neat stuff. I understand why it's so popular.
How well does it hold up to like heat? So if you're put like a cup of coffee or...
Well, again, for furniture, I just built a 6-foot white oak table for my son. It's got excellent chemical and water resistance, but also for dining room tables and furniture or countertops. I think that's the beautiful thing about it is its simplicity, but it's still very durable. And adding the hardener to it improves your chemical and water resistance and just overall film durability long term.
And as you saw, it didn't take a whole lot. So he mixed up just a little bit and it went a long way.
I've been working all day long and I've used probably less than an ounce or two of fluid. And I did the 6-foot table I built, I used less than 2 fluid ounces. So a cost, it's expensive in the can, but it goes so far. You start measuring out your board feet, I think you find it's actually more economical than some of the other coatings.
And that's going to leave what, more of a satin or matte?
Yeah, it's a nice close to the wood look, but you can build up and buff out more coats. Mm-hmm. Now tomorrow, I would come in with Klingspor's white polishing pad and buff that out and just get a nice hand rub uniform finish with it. I like the look of it.
And you can easily get away with 1 coat, but 2 is probably a little better.
I've been doing 2 coats only because I don't think 1 coat of anything is durable enough.
Agreed.
I'm sorry.
No, hey,
just an opinion.
The woodworker in me agrees with you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, Tom, we appreciate it. As usual, General Finishes coming to the table with some fantastic finishing products. And we look forward to see what innovations come out next.
Good stuff.
Thank you. Finally, doesn't have an audience, so we're going to sneak in here and kind of just watch him turn a moment. And I'm going to zoom in, watch a master at work. And for those of you who don't know, you might be saying, well, man, he's getting his fingers awfully close. George is blind, so he is turning by touch, turning by feel. And he is a master at what he does. lots of books, and many books she's actually in. And she's actually doing something now. Let's see what we can get a little close. She's creating quite a bit of shading in that piece, it looks like. We're not making her talk this time, so maybe she can just focus on proper burning technique, showing all the people live exactly how it's supposed to be done. Well, there you go. That's Michelle Parsons. Definitely, if you're interested in chirography, wood burning in general, check out the burning post. You can find that on woodworkingshop.com. There'll be several articles. You can sign up for that newsletter and take advantage of getting that, once a month. I think she sends out a newsletter with different tips, techniques, tricks, updates content. So woodworkingshop.com, the burning post.
To talk to correct.
Yeah, it'd be a good place for it. He's got quite a little gadget gizmo thing over there. I'll sneak over there and we'll get a good look at it in just a minute. Let's see if we can't get a good look. We can see he's painting. We're going to walk over there. We're going to get a close look at his little setup. As you can see, that is quite the little setup. He's got all his little airbrush setup systems prepped, loaded, color coded. And air going to each one of them. Quite the little system. Back away and not intimidating. So this Splinterverse system, we've been around for a while. And King Arthur's got a whole lot of really good tools. So we're going to check this out. I'm going to see a demo. I've been waiting on him as well, but every time I come by here, he seems to be busy. So right now he's tearing up some LS312. That would be the gold J-Flex. Looks like he's going to try to do some sanding inside that little carved up piece there. Hello. Definitely not something you want to do with the lathe on. Always lathe off. The lathe is always off. Oh, it's off.
This, and then that's the address.
And that is not smoke coming off there. That is sawdust.
There you go. Bring it on down. Yeah, but we'll take care of it.
Day one at the 23rd annual Klingspor Woodworking Shop Woodworking Extravaganza. I think it went pretty well. Maybe had a few hiccups with this, but hopefully you caught something with the live. Something drew your attention, makes you want to come on down, take advantage of the deals. I think we're about going to call it good for today. Tomorrow, we're going to come back. We're going to catch the saw stop. We'll have hopefully multiple angles for the saw stop and catch that demo so you can see what that's all about. If you've never seen it live, check in tomorrow. We'll catch it out. Tomorrow, we'll also be looking at more of Jerry's stuff. We'll see if we can't get a little closer, see the final outcome of a hat, different painting options. So a lot of good demonstrators, a lot of good vendors here, a lot of knowledgeable woodworkers out in full force, here to educate, teach, and help you learn if you're interested in woodworking.
Thank you for joining us for the 23rd annual Klingspor's Woodworking Shop Woodworking Extravaganza live at the Hickory Metro Convention Center, brought to you by Klingspor's Woodworking Shop.
Well, thank y'all for coming down and seeing us, and I guess we'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.